So first, give me your name.
Coreyseale.
And how do you spell that?
Coreyseale.
Okay. And West Palm Beach resident, right?
Yes.
So tell me, what gave you this idea? Why do this? Why now?
The biggest thing came when Obama got reelected. I knew then that I felt that my household at the time was in a form of distress, which the American flag flipped over upside down at sea is a symbol of distress. On land, it is a verbal, non-violent form of protest towards whatever's going on, usually the president or something, actions the government are taking. So I felt the need that I felt my family was in distress because of the situation that was going on with Obamacare, the horrendous Second Amendment gun grabs that's going on, and my neighbors talked to me and followed suit shortly after.
So you all, okay. So you found like-minded people right in your backyard here.
Yes, very much like-minded people. Yes. Yeah. It started with one neighbor over here. He saw my flag. He actually yelled across the neighborhood like, "Hey, why are you disgracing the flag like that?" And a lot of people think that it is that. People who don't know. And so when I went over and talked to him, explained to him like, how do you feel about the situation that's going on, with this country? And told him that what the flag actually means upside down. And he shortly flipped his. And then other neighbor followed suit, went and got him a pole. And then this neighbor went and bought him a pole specifically to run the flags up and express their feelings.
There are some people who would say that there are no gun grabs going on. There are people who would say Obamacare is the least socialist policy out there because he wants people to buy private health insurance. There are people who would say that a majority of Americans want him reelected. So his policies are not necessarily overreaching or inappropriate in any way because the majority of American people want them, and most people would say, or many people would say, there is no gun grab.
Well, on both points, one, the majority of the people, technically, he got the most electoral votes, not the majority of the votes, first off.
Well, he had 51% of the vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as the gun grabs go, it is a gun grab. The Feinstein bill is a horrendous thing. It's all an emotional response to a tragedy versus a nice thought out with facts, and the facts are there. The numbers do not lie, even on the FBI's websites about all this stuff. And them trying to take law-abiding citizens' guns is a gun grab.
Mm-hmm. And you feel that's a real possibility?
Whether it's a possibility now or just the fact that it's instilled now. I relate back to what's going on in the school systems.
You feel like it could happen down the road,
yes.
Is what you're saying?
Well,
okay.
It's putting it into people's minds. So I go back to the school systems with kids getting suspended. One kid getting suspended for school and being labeled for a terroristic threat for having a bubble gun, blowing gun, carrying to school. So that kind of stuff, and it's instilling in these kids' minds, it's instilling a taboo, that guns are taboo. And that alone is a huge problem. Whether or not they actually come, they make it a 10-round magazine ban. There's still an infringement on
you feel like it's stepping in that direction, and then once you take a step, the leap is not far behind.
Absolutely. It's not far behind at all, because one little step it just adds up, and you just keep adding these steps up.
What do you say to people who say my relative died for the flag flipped right side up? You know the question's coming.
Of course it's coming.
What do you say?
I'm a combat veteran.
You are?
Yes, I served in the 82nd Airborne, U.S. Army. I got one deployment in Iraq, and I fought in the war. And when I got out from the Army, I also did another 4 years in the United States Coast Guard. So I'm a vet, and I can respect that they died for their flag right side up. And it's kind of a catch-22. Doing this is a symbol. It's a visual symbol to bring people over to me so I can try to explain to them how I feel. Without doing that, people just drive by. You wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be having this discussion. So what's a better way to get a discussion without walking up and down the street with signs and having the negative publicity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You thought a lot about this.
Very much.
Yeah. Talk about the thought process and what this means to you. I mean, I can tell that this wasn't a snap judgment. This was something you thought about.
I've never done something this drastic. I've never had to, and it's sad that I do have to. I wish I didn't. I wish I could flip the flag over right now and say everything's great. Emotionally, raising the flag alone was upside down at that moment. It was kind of hard. It's like, you know, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What am I going to tell people? You know, because I knew in my heart something needs to be done, at least on my side, just to express my views. You know, the fact these other people joined me, it's great. It's very uplifting that the other people think like me, and I'm sure there's more out there. And they need to know it's okay to express your feelings. You know, it's your right to free speech. Please, if you sit idly by, if you stay in your shell, the quiet ones are just as guilty as the ones doing the problem.
Abraham Lincoln said, "A house divided cannot stand." You believe him?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Is this a house divided? Is this a representative of division?
I don't think it's a representative of division. No, I think it represents a way for people to communicate and bring people together more so than dividing. I think the Obama administration is already doing a horrendous job at dividing us, and I think we need to find a common ground and at least express, because you can send emails and they don't get seen. This gets seen and talked about.
How long will the flag be up for? Like
My flag will be up until Obama's out of the office. Administration changes.
To a Republican or to just any, depending on who's next, or?
Yeah, it depends. You know, I swing vote. I go Democratic. I go Republican.
Yeah.
I go for the best man for the job.
I don't know. It may sound like a stupid question, but I don't know until I ask it. Did you vote for Romney?
No, I voted independent.
You voted independent? Really? Okay, so not even one of the two major party candidates. Interesting. But you did vote in the presidential vote.
Oh, I'm absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I should be in good shape. Should be good. Do you mind if I ask you
Certainly.
a few questions too? All right.
Be pleased.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let me just. Do you have any of your combat stuff? I don't know if you have a medal or just something that shows that you served, and just 'cause I'd like to get you holding something.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, just a couple things. You don't have to bring out your artillery. Your name is?
My name's David Dennis, D-A-V-I-D, D-E-N-N-I-S.
So, how did you join you up with your neighbor?
Well, you know, my neighbor has been a friend of mine for the 2 years I've lived in this glorious neighborhood here, and I am generally very much against the Obama administration. I did vote for Romney, and you know, I pretty much don't like any of the things they did, with Obamacare being the most important, but far from the only. And so I was privileged to join my neighbor and friend in protest. In fact, I blew $200 on the flag so I could do it.
Did you have any reservations at first about making this kind of a statement?
Oh, not at all. I am a dedicated Republican. I talk to my Facebook friends all the time, and my Facebook friends are 90% liberal, I am sorry to say. They don't show the best of taste, but I still love them, so that's all right.
What does having this connection in your neighborhood do for the neighborhood?
I think what it does is show that we all care about each other, we care deeply about the future of the country, and we have solidarity with our fellow neighbors. So I think those are all very good things.
Yeah. Okay, great, perfect, thank you.
One other thing?
Yeah, go ahead, please, yeah.
One other thing?
Please.
Someone asked me, well, what were your feelings when you raised the flag? Well, I can't lie, because I didn't raise the flag, because I don't know what a hammer is or a nail. If I used hammers or nails, I'd probably destroy my hand in no time flat. So my friends put up the flag for me. But when I saw the flag go up, upside down, and in protest, I was proud, because we have to be proud always to, to defend our First Amendment rights, not to mention our Second.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hope you enjoyed that.
No, that was perfect. You can take that mic off.